Hey, what's going on? My name is Peter Sarellas. I am a videographer and editor from Toronto, Canada. I specialize in sports and commercial work, and today we're going to be talking about essential accessories for videographers. These are things that you might have not thought to initially get when you started filming videos, but that you should probably consider since I've found them very handy in my time shooting and editing videos. Audio is probably one of the most important yet overlooked things in videos, since a lot of people will tolerate low video quality, but if you have horrible audio quality, people are probably going to tune out of the content that you've made pretty quickly. So first, let's talk about lavalier microphones. The lavalier microphone that I use on a regular basis is the Rode Wireless Go. You can see that I'm wearing it here right now. It costs about $200 US. I love it because it's really easy to sync these up. The receiver and the transmitter both have one button on them. You just turn them on and they automatically connect. Then you can literally take this square that has a microphone that's of pretty decent quality built right into it. You clip it onto your shirt as I've done here, and bam, you have a wireless audio setup that runs straight into your camera for a lot more affordable than some of the other options out there. Additionally, you can plug another lavalier microphone into this and just use this as a little receiver pack, and then tuck this on your waist or wherever else and run the lavalier microphone up and inconspicuously hide it under your subject's shirt if you can't have the lavalier microphone seen. So that's pretty great as well. Additionally, if you need something like a multi-channel setup, or you don't want to just run one audio source right into your camera, I love using this Sennheiser wireless lav kit right here with a Zoom H6 and XLR cables. The Sennheiser microphones are a lot more expensive, but I've used them multiple times in the past on projects, and they've always given me really good results. The audio is super clean, and I honestly couldn't suggest those microphones more if you have the opportunity to buy them. If you can't afford that, then you can also rent them for pretty cheap. I've rented them for as little as $10 for a weekend, which is insane for that amount of quality. So you could always consider renting that as a one-time solution. With regards to shotgun microphones, I like using the Rode Video Micro. This microphone is sub $100, and the audio quality that comes out of it is pretty clean as long as you're within 3 to 4 feet of your camera. So for vlogging, or even if I was doing a talking head video like this and I wanted to use the Rode Video Micro, I could, and the audio would be pretty usable. So that's really handy. It's great for event work, and if I need decent audio in a pinch, the Rode Video Micro is always there for me. With regards to tripods, I use the Manfrotto 290 Lite tripod. I love this tripod because it's really compact and I can literally put it in the side of my backpack and bring it places, which as a one-man band is really awesome since a lot of the time I don't have a full crew when I'm shooting, or I need to carry my own gear to my shoots. I also love the Manfrotto B-Free travel tripod. I've done a lot of research on this and I was going to get it. I didn't end up going in that direction because this one was just a little bit more of a reasonable price and it fulfilled all of my needs. But if you're going to be traveling a lot and you kind of want this more compact solution, then definitely look into the Manfrotto B-Free travel tripod. There are a lot of other great, more expensive tripods by companies like Satchler and Cartoni that I've used in the past that I've loved, but for my needs on an everyday basis, they were just far too big and too expensive. So this is where I've landed, and if you're just getting started, I think this is going to be really sufficient for you. Now for gimbals. First, I want to preface that I don't really think you need a gimbal in most cases. I have a Ronin S, and I can't even remember the last time that I've used it. A lot of the time I just like going handheld, and generally if I take my camera strap and wrap it around my neck, handheld is stable enough for me. But there are going to be situations where you need a gimbal, and personally, I love my Ronin S. It's a little bit on the big side, but the stabilization is really great. I don't ever see micro jitters as long as I make sure to walk kind of carefully. And I've used it before for days on end when filming events, and I've had no problems with it. I've been really happy with the results. Now, I should also let you know that there have been a line of new gimbals that have come out. There's the Ronin SC2 and the Ronin S2 that are designed for larger as well as smaller mirrorless cameras. And those are just supposed to be upgraded versions of the Ronin S and the Ronin SC, which are the previous generation. I haven't personally tested these gimbals yet, but everything I've heard about them basically says that they perform like the old version, like the gimbal that I have right now, but are a smaller form factor. It is going to cost you more, but if you're worried about the weight of a larger one-handed gimbal like the Ronin S, then maybe something like the Ronin SC2 could be perfect for you if you're a mirrorless camera shooter. Now we need to talk about some of the little things. These are things that you really don't think about getting, but that you're going to need at some point in a pinch and that don't cost very much, so you should probably just get them. First, I want to talk about these 2-inch clamps. These things have saved my life so many times on set. Whether I just need to attach some diffusion to a light, or stand something up in the backdrop of a set, or maybe I'm shooting a product video and I need to hang my background up on something, taking a 2-inch clamp and just clamping an item to a door, to a wall, to a chair, to a hook is like the easiest solution for creating a little quick DIY set. These things have so many uses I cannot begin to list them all off, and I got these at Home Depot for like $2 each. They are small, they can be invaluable in a pinch, and I highly recommend that you keep a lot of them on hand. I have like at least 6 in this room right now. Second, you should probably have a reflector. You can get a reflector on Amazon for like $30, and these are really great for lighting a subject in a pinch. These 5-in-1 reflectors can be used to diffuse light if you're shooting outside in harsh sunlight that's shooting right onto your subject's face, or you can use it to bounce light from the sun if you're shooting with the sun behind your subject. There's a ton of ways you can use a reflector to quickly and easily get a decent exposure on a subject, and it honestly barely costs anything compared to a professional lighting setup. And it's also pretty easy to just clip one onto the other side of your bag and then take it with you. So I highly recommend that you get a reflector. I guarantee you're going to use it more times than you think. Now this one's for all my Mac editors out there. You're gonna wanna keep a lot of dongles on you. If you're editing on a MacBook, you just have a bunch of USB-C ports probably if you're editing on one of the newer ones, which means that you don't have like a regular USB port or HDMI port, slots for your micro SD cards. It's kind of silly that you don't have all these ports anymore, so you're gonna wanna have a lot of these dongles. This dongle specifically has 2 USB-A ports, a micro SD card, an SD card slot, and an HDMI slot. So I can kind of put this in my bag and use it for any purpose that I need. I also have another dongle that's not on camera right now that has a little Ethernet port and 3 USB-A ports. This is super convenient. I recommend that you get multiple dongles. Keep them in any place that you might work. Keep one at the office if you have a day job. Keep one at your house. Keep one in your laptop bag. You never know when you're gonna need a dongle. And if you forget one and then you're not able to offload footage from a micro SD card or something, you could be in a lot of trouble. So I recommend just investing in a lot of these, keeping them everywhere, and saving yourself the headache. Anyways, that's going to be all for this video. I hope you found some of these tips helpful and discovered a new piece of equipment that you didn't think about getting, but that you're gonna go and get now. And if you aren't already, then please make sure to subscribe, because I post videography and video editing tips and tutorials just like this one, and I would love to have you around the channel. Anyways, until next time, peace.